guys, and welcome back to a Wednesday edition of the Rockhound Channel. William here, and on today's episode I went to 4 different locations. We're going to go see what I found in these areas. Now mind you, it has been flooded everywhere here in Wisconsin, especially in this park. So with a little bit of luck, maybe we did get something out here, so stay tuned. Alright you guys, here are 4 locations that I went ahead and scraped up what I could from each of them. We've got one over here, which is our pan, which we're going to start with first there, and that there has got some stuff that not quite sure. It was sitting in a ditch just outside of Highway 12 and looked kind of rich, but we're going to see what it is. Looks very kind of sandy, so we're going to start with that one. And then we got our second bucket, which is the yellow one here. This stuff, oof, man, I was fighting leeches for that stuff out there in a creek. And then a third guy over here. This is another one that's kind of interesting. About 10 or so miles away from the last location. That one I'm not so promised about. But then this guy right here, our white guy, that one looks pretty rich, super dark. Immediately when I did a quick test pan of it, it certainly looks like it's got some decent black sand in there. So without further ado, we're going to get started with our goofy pan over here, and let's get started. Alright you guys, we went ahead and fired up our gold cube. Everything's going to be going into this, but we're going to do this one bucket at a time, save for this pan here. Like I said again, not so much high hopes on it, but we're going to give it a go. So let's get our first scoop in. It's really icky looking. Really icky. Let's get her in there. Oh, I saw something kind of shiny in there. Yeah, got some dough. Got some dough in there. Oh, there might be a little bit in there. I don't know. Kind of looks like it. I'm going to get you closer in the next one. Let me go ahead and get you there right now. Okay. Sweet. There we go. Oof, yeah, I got unlevel ground around here. So let's get you squared there. There we are. Hey, now you guys can see. Alright. Alright. Let's get started here. We'll get you down a little. So we're kind of doing this as a one-man band today. So bear with me. There we go. Up there. Sweet. Alright. Yeah, it's like 87 degrees out here with the humidity. It's absolutely awful. So let's get that next one in. A lot of goo. But I'm seeing flecks in it. So if you're new to the channel, please be sure to subscribe, leave us a like and a comment down below, and be sure you hit that notification button. It has been slow going for us here in Wisconsin, but a little bit of hope, this water will go down and we'll finally be able to get out into our favorite locations. Cooking right along. Yeah, this stuff's got a lot of clay in it. And that's what it kind of felt like to me. And really, a lot of clay. A lot of icky stuff in there. But sometimes that clay holds that gold. I've proven that on a few occasions there in the Wisconsin River. So, with all hopes, this one's got it too. It's just watering up that water. Glad I did it out here. Not really taking too long on this. It's so hot out here. Ooh. That's that last location. I basically was out with a paintbrush and a dustpan because it was like a dry area that was from a culvert, like a culvert. So we're gonna see what that looks like here. Hopefully after all this is done. Ooh. God. I'm not going to tell you what this stuff looks like in my brain right now. Ugh. It is just mucking up that water. Oh, there goes one. That might have some in it. This goes to show you, you just can't judge a book by its cover. Sometimes gold can be just found in the most unlikely of places. That's cooking right along. Now today I'm not using my micromat on here, primarily because of how goppy this stuff is. I classified it a little bit, but not to the full extent that I normally do it, which is down to 1/8 mesh. So some of this has got some pebble in it. There's going to be one more that's over there that's got that in it. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and finish up this pan, guys. Just absolutely awful stuff. Just gross. Oh. Yeah, I didn't do nothing with this one. I just scooped and gone. I was getting ate up by bugs and whatnot. Look at that stuff. Yeah. That's some gross stuff. But there could be some goodies in here. Well, let's see what we got. We're down to almost the last bit of it. Yeah, I got on me. Stinks. Try to get that where I need it. And it was a challenge trying to find spots that weren't to the point where I was going to need gosh darn dive gear to get to it. But literally everywhere around me, it's either above my chest or even worse, it's like the river rapids. Absolutely horrible. Let's get the last bit of that in there. We'll slowly feed that in. There you have it, guys. There's the pan. Alright. I'm going to let that go for about 2 or 3 minutes here. We're going to shut her down, and then I'm going to go ahead and take her on over to my wash tub. And we'll see what's sitting over here in tray 1 in just a minute. Alright, guys. I got everything all sitting up in my river pan here. So let's get it all squared away. Again, I did not go ahead and take any of the gravels out. I could do that, but already got so little of the sands in here, and there's the blacks. So, like I said, this is tray 1. Let's see what we got going on in there. I'm just burping it. Now, pay mind, this is a gravity trap style pan. Let's take a look here. Hey! Well, that ain't bad at all. I have 4 microdots sitting in there, guys. Not too bad for slop. Alright, guys, I'm going to go ahead and snuffer this up. And we're going to go ahead and continue on with the yellow bucket. Alright, guys, we did the full clean out. There was nothing in the other ones. That's why I love this Gold Q so much. Everything gets caught in that top tray. No matter how hard you run, it barely ever runs in here unless you're like dealing with mother lode style gold. Hence like what they do in Alaska. Alright, let me go get my other bucket ready here. Let's fire it back up. So this one here is similar to that last guy. This is absolute slop. I have no hopes of seeing anything in here. But again, I could be surprised. So let's go ahead and get into it. There's a little bit more material here. This one's going to take a little while. And we're going to go in there with handsome scoops. I'm going to let it breathe. Oh, there's a couple there. Alright, here we go. It might prove me wrong yet. Yeah, I fought the leeches for this one. They were trying to eat me alive. Ooh. Oh, its heat is relentless. It was like that yesterday too in the afternoon. After trying to get back out of the trailheads that I was in during my story thing, I've seen that. If not, please be sure to have a gander at it. I had to travel a bit after that last short. Oh, them weeds were high. Damn high. Alright. Well, you know the drill, guys. I'm going to go ahead, keep going on this. I'll get down to the bottom of this bucket and we'll show you what's in tree 1. Alright guys, we are coming down to the bottom of the barrel here. Let's go ahead, get the last piece in here, and we're going to just rinse and repeat. Wait 3 minutes, see what's in tray 1, and we'll go through the rest of these, and hopefully we get some more gold, huh? Alright, success, we got her done. Alright. I'll see you guys with tray 1 here in just a minute. Alright, sadly guys, this one was a bust. Absolutely nothing in there. And I did check out trays 2 and 3. Absolutely nothing in there as well. That's alright, we got 2 to go. Let's get her done. Alright guys, here comes the monker. This one's here almost about a half a bucket worth of this stuff. Like I said, I was fighting leeches with both of these areas, and this one I did exceptionally hard to get into some nooks and crannies just to get something up out of there. So let's fire up the gold cube and let's see what we get. Alright, rocking. Again, it basically looks just like your play sand. That's about it. But it does got some blacks in it. I know that. I did every area that I went through, I did do a test pan on, and it did appear like there was some kind of black sand in there. That last one was pretty loaded too with black sand, so maybe I was just in the wrong spot. And that's possible. I'm a little more aggressive on it. The bugs are starting to get me. I don't know if you've seen, guys, but I live in a swamp. This basically is my backyard out here. So yeah, pretty bad. Alright guys, let's get back to it. Sadly living over this close to a swamp. My basement right now has got a little bit of water in it. We're currently trying to dry it out with some fans. That's why I wasn't down there recording today. It's been just too noisy. So, it was okay to be out here. Finally, it's not raining. There we go. Put that all in. It felt good to be outside for once, instead of being stuck in my basement shop. Wow, look at how caked that is. Yeah, this stuff had some kind of like, it was sticky, it was clay kind of like. Very compacted, as you can see. Oh, but I can see the blacks coming out of here. Yeah, we got a lot of black sand in this one. This one could fool me. Who knows? Of course, I said that in the last one. Alright. Basically beat that stuff into submission to get her down. Woo. right. Alright guys, I'm going to go get me some bug spray on. And I'll see you guys once I'm down to the bottom of the bucket. Alright guys, I just wanted to come back for just a moment. And I wanted to give you my observation, visibly what I'm seeing here. This thing is actually absolutely loaded with black sands. My top tray is just absolutely battling the black sands that are trapped up in this bucket. I may be going back to this place. It definitely looks like it could be promising. If I got that much black sand sitting up in here, and this wasn't too far from home, I think I'll be hitting it again. Alright guys, we just finished up that blue bucket back there, and we're going to go ahead and let this sit for about 3 to 5 minutes, and we're going to see what we kind of got in it. Alright guys, sadly that one too was a bust. No matter, I saved the best for last. That's coming up here in just a minute. Alright you guys, whew, finally down the very last bucket. This one came out of a culvert that was a little bit of ways from my home, closer towards Westfield, and we're going to see if whether or not we got something in this one. It looked as if it was dry enough where I could get it scooped out of there with a paintbrush and dustpan. So we're going to go ahead and get this in there and see what we get. Yucks. Not to mention the horseflies. Oh, they are eating me up. Alright, let's get it, guys. Alright, since I found my shovel, I'm going to go ahead and get started once again, guys. Cool. Hey, it's horrible out there. That's some good, super rich stuff. I had some high hopes in this. Not too bad looking. So, let's see what we get with the first scoop. Ooh, these horse flies. They're biting right through the bug spray. Ooh, I got a couple little flakes. That's looking pretty good, guys. Alright, let's keep at it. Oh, these guys are just getting me. Kind of reminiscent of the river sands. Wow. There goes another. Not bad. Oh yeah, this stuff's going super fast. I like this. I like that. That's nice. Well, I got a couple in. I got one here, one there. Just hanging out. Right there. Oh, there it goes. Go in there. Get it in there. Alright. I didn't want to grab from the other side of the culvert. There was one heck of a drop. It was close to, I don't know, probably like 6 or so feet of drop out of that. And I just did not feel like trying to travel through razor grass with my shorts. Hopefully you forgive me. We may be definitely going back there if I just saw what I saw in there. So, yeah, I don't know what happened there. I thought I saw a couple pieces of what looked like to be gold in that last set. That could very well have been some kind of like formica, something of that nature. It's very deceptive. And there's just so much of it out there in some glacial till. It's everywhere. So, something that you got to pay attention to if you're new to this. And if you're interested in this piece of equipment that's sitting here, this here is the Gold Cube. You can pick this up Amazon or just right off from their website, goldcube.net. And I'll tell you what, it's well worth the investment. I made the mistake of, we purchased this through Amazon. This was about 700 some odd bucks. Probably wasn't the best thing I could have done. You can get one of these. This is the four step. So this is a decent one, the 4-stack. I definitely would recommend this one for sure if you're going to go ahead and just do this. So, you know, get super serious in doing the mining. All right, guys, I'm going to finish up this bucket. You know how this goes. I'll see ya at the pan. All right, guys, it is finally time. We're at the bottom of the bucket. So let's go ahead and get that washed up in there. I'm going to wash the bottle here. Look at all that black sand. This is crazy. Don't want to lose any of that. There we go. It's all out. Sweet. Oh. Alright. So we're going to wait 3 minutes obviously on that. We're going to see what we got. This one looks a little bit more promising. I'll see you at the gold pan. Alright, I'm just going to show it to you here briefly, and then I'm going to bring you in a little bit more closer. I finally did it. So that culvert was definitely loaded. Let me get you off in the tripod here, and we will show you what we got. And there we got it, guys. Look at that. Beautiful, thick. Even some really strange stuff there. Look at that. I ain't never seen anything like that. It's real wiry looking gold. Look at the chunks. Alright, I'm going back to that culvert. I'll be digging over there once the water gets lower. Because down below it was just a raging rapid down below. So that there, I'm going to fine pan out. We're going to dry that up and see what else is in there. So that wasn't too bad. 4 buckets, I still ended up with colors, guys. I'm happy as a lark. Well, guys, that was a very interesting episode. Out of the 4 buckets, well, 3 buckets saved for the pan there, we ended up with roughly about 50 or so colors sitting up in here. Plus, I got a few more sitting in a snuffer bottle over there by my table. We're going to add that all together, get it all dried up. Now, guys, give you a weigh up in the next episode. Until next time, guys, this is William Clark. Thank you so much for viewing, and I'll tell you what an adventure this was today. I will catch you guys next time.